Hey guys, it's Dr. Justin Marcagiani here. We're going to do a video today on why probiotics may make you feel worse. We've done podcasts and other videos on this topic, so feel free to take a look down below in the links. But in general, probiotics, beneficial, healthy bacteria can potentially make you feel worse, and we'll go over the reasons why. And before we do, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, and put your comments down below. Really want to know your experience with probiotics. So probiotics first kind of came about, or I should say, the first way we've kind of therapeutically used probiotics over time has been through fermented foods, right? Whether it's sauerkraut or fermented teas or pickling of foods or just storing foods in a fermentable fashion due to lack of refrigeration. Fermentation of foods have been around a very, very long time, and we've been able to create lots of beneficial bacteria, whether it's lactobacillus species, bifidobacter species, and they can be very helpful for our gut and for our immune system. We know 80% of our immune system is located in the gut. So healthy gut bacteria actually promotes a very, very healthy immune response, number one. Number two, if you are getting lightheaded, dizzy, brain foggy, headaches, probiotics can sometimes create a histamine effect, right? Probiotics they can be high in histamine due to the fermentation process. And if your histamine bucket or your stress or inflammation bucket is already full, it's possible that histamine is enough to put you over the top and create those higher histamine symptoms, headaches, brain fog, cognitive issues, maybe skin, urticaria issues, etc. So if that's the case, we really have to dive in and look deeper at what could be going on in the gut regarding inflammation. Maybe we have to reduce histamine foods. We have to look at digestion. Are we able to digest and break down our foods? All of those things are going to be very, very, very important. Now, you have a couple different kinds of probiotics. People that are histamine sensitive, they may do better with a lower histamine bifidolactobacillus species that's avoiding some of the Paracasei species and stuff. There's different brands out there that will remove some of those higher histamine species. If you feel better on a lower histamine probiotic, that's a good sign. We may also go to a spore-based probiotic that has bacillus like Informis, Classii, Subtilis, Coagulus. These are all different spore-based probiotics that can help potentiate the growth of other bacteria in our gut, but are necessarily high in histamine. That can be a good option as well. We can even look at beneficial yeast like Saccharomyces boulardii. These can have incredible benefits with gut permeability, crowding out bad bugs, E. coli, despotic bacteria like Pseudomonas, Klebsiella, Citrobacter, Proteus. These are all different despotic kind of SIBO type of bacteria that can be high, and these things can be crowded out. But sometimes the crowding out benefits of the good bacteria can create symptoms. One being the histamine. Two, you can have other types of probiotic intolerances like we see with FODMAPs, right? People that consume fermentable oligodisaccharide mono and polyols. These fermentable foods that are in probiotics can also be high in FODMAPs too, right? And these things can also create bloating and gas as well. So you may get digestive issues. So we have histamine issues on one side. We have the fermentable carbohydrate issues with the FODMAPs on the other side. And so a lot of times we have to work on decreasing our histamine bucket, better digestion, and using natural antihistamine support on one side. The other side, we may have to work on starving out a lot of the bad bacteria, cutting out the fermentable carbohydrates, really decreasing that dysbiotic SIBO-like bacteria. And then when we add probiotics in down the road, you're going to be able to tolerate them more. My analogy is you go to the car wash, you get your car washed before you get it waxed. When you're doing gardening, you always pull out the weeds before you throw down the seeds. So there's a sequence of operations that tends to have the best effect. And if you're one of those people that have a negative consequence, it's usually going to be in one of those two areas. Now, it may also be good to look at and do deeper testing because you could have other types of infections beyond just SIBO or general dysbiosis. You could have H. pylori. You could have different parasitic infections. There could be a lot of gut inflammation as well. There could be low enzyme and acid production. There could be a weaker immune response. All of those can be part of having infections, and those infections creating more inflammation and more downstream digestive distress. That's always possible. So you always want to look deeper. I always say when you have symptoms down below, go up to the systems above. Always go above, below, inside out. Most people stay at the symptoms and they try to connect things to the symptoms down here versus going from the symptoms upstream to the systems. So you always want to look deeper at what's driving a lot of these issues. So number one, cut out fermentable carbohydrates. Two, cut out the the FODMAPs as well. Those are it's a good first step to kind of help, and you may want to even look at cutting out some of the histamines in your diet, and you may also want to look at doing enzyme and acid support, and then doing some deeper testing. So if you want to reach out to myself, we do a lot of testing like this. If you want to dig deeper, feel free to reach out below. You can schedule with myself and my colleagues. I'm available worldwide. All right, let me open it up for questions, see if anyone's got any deeper takes on things. All right, Dr. J, would you consider interviewing John Campbell to discuss the C word? We do not talk about the C word on this. We do not want to be censored. All right, excellent. Oh, no volume. What's going on? No volume here? Oh man, that stinks. All right, guys, so you'll have to watch it on Facebook then here. We're live on Facebook. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this on Facebook. YouTube had some volume issues. That's okay. We'll try to repost this on Facebook later on today. Hopefully you guys have a phenomenal day, and we will be in touch. Take care, y'all. Bye now.